Hello beautiful people, and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to be helping you to get your business funding ready. We're going to be talking about 10 important documents that you need to prepare for your business in order for you to be funding ready. My name is Thandisa Maya and I talk all things relating to business, making money, and the family life. So in this video today, we are going to actually focus on ensuring that you know exactly what kind of documents you need to prepare in order for you to be funding ready. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel if you have a business and you are about growing it and making it bigger and taking it to the next level. Don't forget to also switch on the notification bell so that you are kept abreast of when we put out new content. Now, let us get into it. Number one, you need to register your business with the CIPC. Most funding institutions do not work with or fund businesses that are not registered. So the first business document that you need to have in order for you to be funding ready is a registration certificate. You are able to get this registration certificate from the CIPC, that is the Companies and Intellectual Property Commission of South Africa. They actually allow you to register different types and kinds of businesses. When it comes to, for an example, a PTY Ltd, you can be able to register that business by paying 50 Rand for name reservation and paying 125 for the actual registration of the business. So that's the first document that you need to have in order for you to be funding ready. The second document that you need to now prepare is, or that you need to have, is actually banking statements or a bank confirmation letter. This means that you need to go and open a business bank account. And now a lot of people usually ask me, does it mean I can use my personal bank account that I put the money for business in? Or no, that is not what you do. You make use of that registration certificate. You go to a bank, you can go to any bank that of your choice that you think you can be able to work with, and request a business bank account. A business bank account is different from a personal bank account. And funders, they're not looking necessarily to your personal bank account. They're looking to have your business bank account, because that is where you're going to be putting money. That is where you're going to be transacting. And this is why I always emphasize the importance of having that business bank account and transacting from the business account. Some people get worried, no, I get 2,000 Rand only, I get 5,000, or I get 10,000 and it's too little, I don't need to put it in the business bank account and then spend it from inside there. Because what you want to do is to build a profile based on your business bank account. You want to build a profile based on your business bank account, because a funder is going to request 6 months bank statements. Most funders, they want 6 months bank statements that show how the business performed financially so over the past 6 months. Also, most funders are not necessarily interested in funding startups like you just at idea stage. There are those that will assist in that level, but most of them actually are looking for businesses that have actually commenced. It doesn't really matter at what level you've commenced, but that evidence helps. So stop trying to run away from actually having a business bank account because you're thinking that your business is too small, or you're thinking that you're not going to be able to, you still need to use that money. You can literally make sure that your sales go inside that account, and then you can spend all of the money. It doesn't matter, but make sure that there are transactions that reflect in your business bank account. Number 3 is to have a tax clearance pin, okay, or a tax pin. They used to call it a tax clearance certificate, but now SARS has changed the system and it's basically a tax pin. This is a document that reflects to a funder that you are known by SARS. 1, you have got an allocated tax reference number. Number 2, and you are in good standing. You pay your taxes. You are compliant when it comes to SARS. Guys, we understand that SARS is the collector of revenue here in our country, and unfortunately, in the system that we existing in, SARS needs to collect money from individuals, companies, like a lot of different, revenue streams that they use a lot of different revenue streams to collect money. But the important thing is that once I am a funder, or when I am a funder, I do not want to work with someone that's going to get in trouble with SARS and, a lot of mess happening. Now, I do want to give you this comfort, because also, especially as smaller businesses, especially as smaller Black businesses, we have a challenge with SARS. I don't know if we are afraid of SARS, or we need to do something to deal with the problem that we have with SARS. Guys, please be aware of this. SARS is not here to take all of your money. I'm going to make a very basic scenario. Please text people, don't come for me. I'm not a qualified tax person, but I know enough to ensure that my taxes are in order and to kind of do my own e-filing and things like that. So this is what I will do. I'm going to give you a scenario. SARS will not come and take 100,000 rands that you have made as revenue. I'm going to make an example with a business that has made revenue in a financial year of 100,000 rands. They're not going to take all of that money. SARS is going to take money from your profits. When I'm talking about income tax now, they are going to take money from your profits. Now, if you have made 100,000 rands in revenue, that's the money that has come in. But remember, when money comes in your business, you still have to spend it, right? In order for you to make money, you spend money. I hope you understand that concept. So from that 100,000, it might just happen that 85,000 rand went to expenses, paying salaries, paying utilities, water, electricity, fuel, all the expenses that you pay in a business, accounting services, professional services, like bank charges. All those are expenses that you pay from the revenue that has gotten into your business, right? Now, SARS which is, let's say if it's 85,000 rand that you have now paid in expenses, that means your profit will be sitting at 15,000. Guys, I know this is very rough. I'm just making a rough example, but I want to kind of give you an idea. Now, SARS is going to tax you from that 15,000. And in terms of taxes, guys, there are so many rules that apply. There are many tax incentives that apply. If you work with a good bookkeeper or an accountant, you can be able to use the law to your advantage to ensure that you reduce how much taxes you have to pay. But we will be now talking about the 15,000. From the 15,000, they're not going to come in and take all of it. Let's say you've done everything, and after everything that's been done, truly it's 15,000. That is your profit. SARS is only going to take about 28% of that, guys. So why are you running away from SARS and making 100,000 rand every year for 5 years and running away from SARS and not paying your taxes and not having tax compliance? And then after 5 years, SARS is going to find you. They give you a leeway to duck and dive, but they are going to find you. So isn't it better to just cooperate? I think for me, it's better to just cooperate. Like, really. I understand I'm the one who worked hard for this money and all that, but at the end of the day, this is the country we live in and this is what's happening. So just pay your taxes. So the third document that you need to have and prepare in order for you to be funding ready is a tax. Make sure that you have a tax PIN. In order for you to have that tax PIN, you need to be registered with SARS and have a profile. Whether you're going to be doing your submissions on e-filing, or you're going to be working with an accountant or a bookkeeper or a tax practitioner, you need to make sure that you do your submission so that whenever you submit, SARS will release. Once you do what you're supposed to do with SARS, they will give you an issue. They will issue out a tax PIN that is valid for a period of like 12 months usually, depending on 12 months usually. You can make it shorter period, you can make it like fewer months or something like that, but it's going to be valid for about a year. And then you'll be able to, when you are submit a valid tax PIN, right? Make sure that you don't go off on this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to click on the notification bell if this resonates with you. And don't log off right now. Make sure that you watch the full video because you need all of these 10 documents for you to be actually funding ready. Let's move on to number 4. This one is a BBBE certificate. Basically, the government in the country of South Africa is trying to push redressing the inequalities of the past, right? And in their endeavors, they've created different pieces of legislation and acts and, policies that kind of ensure that this reality is realized, or there are steps that are taken towards addressing some of these areas. Now, I do not want to get into the BBBE and the scorecards and the legislation itself, and I don't want to get into that because it's too complicated. Not because I don't understand it, I understand it, but it would make this video an hour long. So I'm not going to get into that, but hold this thought. It is for the redress of, inequalities of the past. So basically, they're trying to push that Black businesses are able to participate as much as possible in the economic activities of the country. Now, which means they give preference to companies that focus on triple BE, ne? Whether it's in the form of allowing black people to be in leadership positions, or allowing black people to be, or previously disadvantaged, let me say previously disadvantaged people to be, or communities or groups to be part of the ownership of companies. And also when businesses are doing business with other, like B2B kind of transactions, they prefer black ones. Guys, it's a whole lot of story, ne? But what's important for you to understand is that you just need to have this triple BE certificate confirms whether or not, or your percentage contribution to triple BE. Ne? So basically, if you are 100% black person, there is an allocation that you're going to get that is reflected on your triple BE certificate that says this person is black, and this person in the company that they're running is wholly black owned. Another one will say it's 50-50. There's 50% black people or previously disadvantaged groups, and then there's 50% not previously disadvantaged groups. So this certificate looks at your registration information and reflects how many people are within the organization, or the ownership of the organization, that reflects previously disadvantaged versus not so previously disadvantaged groups. So you need this certificate. It is most of the time also required. There are three options actually that you can be able to make use of in this regard. The first one is you can literally download this from the CIPC where you have registered your company, because they can see most the details of the registration that you were doing. It shows it shows information on this company, so they're able to just produce that triple BE certificate right from the website of CIPC. Or the second one, you can download something that is called a triple BE sworn affidavit. You can literally Google it, and then you can take it to a commissioner of oath for a stamp. And then that's the second option. The third option is to go to people like me who are in the business development space or business development consulting space. They are also able to assist you with that. But you need to have this as the fourth document that you need to prepare in order for you to be funding ready. The next one is the Central Supplier Database. Make sure that you register your business on the Central Supplier Database. The government has created a system, Government of South Africa has created a system called CSD, the Central Supplier Database. That is where they go to check comprehensively on the complete compliance of all businesses. And when they are looking to work with different businesses, they also go to the Central Supplier Database. So this one works in a dual way. Sometimes when you apply for funding, they will request this. But I advise that just have it prepared, because it also opens the second element, where is you can be able to work with government in doing a lot of different things. Sometimes I get calls from these different companies of government or institutions of government. They're asking me to do certain things that are not even within my scope of operation. And it's because when they are searching within their areas, remember, government has got a legislation that says that they want to push local procurement. So I'm in the Chris Hani district, for an example, municipality, in terms of where my business resides, where I am operating from, even though I offer services online or virtually, but I'm based in the Chris Hani district. And on my CSD, I have reflected all of that information. It comes through, right? So when government is looking for a company that can supply something, or that they can work with for a certain project or something like that, especially when it comes to procurement, they go on the system and they find my company, maybe 2 or 3 companies that have this, that are on the CSD, that are not red flagged because of your compliance is not complete. And then they're like, Thandi, listen, we can see that your company is in the system, and we can see that it is based on the location that we are targeting, and we can see that it is compliant. Can you please supply us with, and something that I don't even do, and I apologize most of the time. I'm like, no, I'm sorry, that is not my space. Okay, I know that you are desperate and you need help in this one. I don't even. Another one called me and said, I need to supply traffic officer uniform. I was like, I don't even know where to get that from, so I cannot participate in that process. They wanted me to buy that for them. They've never met me, they've never seen me, but they went into the system and saw my business and my details. They were able to contact me. They even sent me an email. I was like, guys, I'm so sorry, this is out of my space. I don't know what to do here. Can I pass this one? It's out of my functional area. Okay, so I'm trying to just show you the importance of having the CSD report. In some funding applications, they put it clearly there. Make sure that you submit your CSD report. That's the fifth document that you need to have as you are in the process of being funding ready. Number 6 is your FICA documents. There is no funding application that you are going to complete and submit and request funding from without having your FICA documents. And I know that could be a lot of things, but I just focus on these 2 for the sake of this video. Your certified ID document as the director of the business, or if you are 5 directors, that you all need to have. You need to have all of those 5 certified ID copies of those directors, okay? And then the second one is your proof of address. Have a proof of address. In this regard, have both your individual proofs of addresses and also the business proof of address. Ne? Yes. Number 7 is your business profile. Here, a lot of funding instruments, funding institutions, funders, they will ask for your business profile. Now, guys, a business profile is simply a document that has a summary of what you do as a business that is reflected in about 8 to 10 pages, depending how small of a business you are. Bigger businesses will have business profiles that go up to 80 pages. That does not make any sense to me, but you know, understanding the scope of the businesses, the larger it is, the bigger the profile is. But I think in terms of my followers and the scope of businesses that I have worked with, we are mostly around the small businesses category, and you know, an 8 to 10 page kind of a business profile is perfect. What is contained in your business profile is your why. Why did you start the business? What's the business all about? What is your vision? What is your mission? What are your goals and objectives that you're trying to achieve? What are some of the things that you've done, like your projects that you've done? You put some gallery there on your business profile to show some you in action, like the business in action, your contact details, things like that. You can also put your packages in terms of what you offer, what you're selling, with prices if you prefer, without prices if you don't prefer. Basically, that's what it is. You can do this yourself by just Googling and finding out, like referencing other business profiles that are there, then design it nicely. Or you can make use of services like mine. Companies like mine offer this service, and you can be able to just call us up, or any other, you know, business development institution. They usually offer services to kind of help you build your business profile. So yes, that's the next document. Number 8, you need to have a business plan, okay? I do business plans in my sleep. That if you could ask me what's my favorite what's my favorite offering in this the business development company that I own, this is my favorite. If I were to choose from all the services that I offer, this is my favorite. And then the next one is marketing, and then followed by all the other compliance. I don't like doing compliance, guys, but I offer it to people because people don't know how to do it. I know how to do it, so I do offer it, and I mean, it's like an income stream for my business, so why not? But in terms of I enjoy, my number 1 is business plan development. When it comes to your business plan, guys, business plans have got levels, okay? There are levels to business plans. But at least have a basic 30, 35 to 40 page business plan with 3-year financial projections for the business, okay? So what is a business plan? Basically, a business plan is a document that speaks on your behalf. When you cannot enter those boardrooms, when you cannot enter those institutions and speak for yourself, the business plan speaks on your behalf. It presents this business that you want to start or that you've already started. What does it do? Why was it created? What are the services that you offer? Who's your market? Who are your customers? What do you use as a strategy to promote the business? What do you project you make on a on a daily basis, on a month, on a year? At least 3 years is averagely accepted for business plans when you are doing your financial projections. So it's just unpacking the business. What are the business processes? What is the production plan? Everything that relates to explaining what the business is all about. That's what you find within a business plan document. Ne? I am going to do a different video as well with time that is going to focus on just talking about presenting a business plan and how to prepare a proper one, right? I'm going to do that soonest, very soonest. So anyways, that is the next document that you need to have. Now, this is the document that is like, of all the documents that you submit to a funder, this is the one that they're going to focus on, because it's going to help them to gauge whether or not this business is sustainable or it's not sustainable, whether or not they should make a decision to put their money in this business or not. You know, this is and you know what? Sometimes people will say, I have applied. These people keep rejecting me. There are two main reasons for you to be rejected. Three. Let me say three. The first one is that you don't have all the documents that you need to submit, and that automatically disqualifies you. The second reason why you don't get funded is because there is a shortage of the funds. So in that case, the ideas compete. So the best of the best of the best ideas, as aligned with the goals and objectives of the funder and what they're trying to achieve, will win. It does not mean that your idea is bad. The third reason is that you have a terrible business plan. It doesn't make sense. It is not make sure. It is not, and it's not your fault. It's because you don't know how it should be done so that it can be, listened to. It can be heard. So make sure you have a good, well-prepared business plan. In my business, I do two main things. I do prepare the business plan for you. And if you already have one that's prepared, I'm able to look over it and advise you of some of the things, like I do edits and changes so that it is, well-rounded. On number 9, we have quotations. Okay? Remember, you need funding for a specific thing. The funder does not know what it is that you want. You can write it there and say, a tractor. I want a tractor, right? This is what I want. I want a tractor. I want to be funded with a tractor, right? Please be aware, most funders don't give out money. In terms of percentages, I'll say 90% don't give out money. They buy the things that you want into your business. Then you've got the 10% that will give you a little bit of money. But some of these funding instruments have a component of working capital where they say they will pay your rent and your salaries, like some of your raw materials and your inputs and your stock, some things like that. Now, the funder does not know where to find that tractor, does not know whether you want a John Deere, does not know whether you want a Ferguson, does not know what you want, does not know, Always have a three comparable quotations. So go to Ford. Does Ford have? Okay. Go to Ferguson, go to John Deere, and the third supplier, I don't know who else supplies tractors. I don't know, guys, I forgot right now. 3 quotations. Say, I want this kind of a tractor to supplier 1. Use that specification, send it to supplier 2 and supplier 3, and have 3 comparable quotes, because they don't want you to make them buy a tractor that is the most expensive. Like, you come with 1 quotation and then it's 1.5 million, when you can actually get a good tractor for 700,000, So they want to see the different costs. If all these 3 quotations are all at, the other one is 1.4, the other one is 1.5, the other one is 1.450, they can understand million. They can understand that, no, it's in this range truly. So that's what they want to do. They want to compare prices, and most of the time they will take the cheapest quote. So make sure that you get the cheapest quote from your most preferred supplier. Ask the supplier when you get there and you want to request the quotation, whether you're doing it on phone, on the internet, on email, or you go physically. Ask them, are they registered on CSD? Because the government and most funding instruments want to work with people that are registered on CSD, so that they don't, so that it still forms part of their, overall goals and objectives as government and these institutions, right? The last one is financial statements. Can you please have financial statements or management accounts for your business? Okay. This is the last one, guys. Financial statements or management accounts. There's someone who, I think on some comments on TikTok, I saw someone who asked, the person asked, when they're talking about financial statements, how can I produce financial statements when I have not yet started the business? Something along those lines. Listen, guys, financial statements, basically, they tell a story of what has happened in your business. Okay, financial statements or management accounts tell the story of what has already happened. They talk about the past. Financial projections talk about the future. Financial statements and management accounts talk about the past. So in this past year, 2023-2024 financial year, I made 300,000 and this is how I spent it. This is what financial statements and management accounts are. They present what happened in the company and the financial position of the company as at when you are preparing them. So if you're saying you're doing these financial statements from March 2023 to February 2024, then it will present a picture of where the company stands up until February 2024, you see. So you need to prepare this because some funding institutions will request them. If you are a new business, obviously you're not going to be able to have these. But the minute you start operating, even if you do 3 months management accounts or 6 months, but the ideal are a year. But it obviously will depend on how long you've been in operation. And for businesses that have been in operation for long, guys, this is a culture. You do it every single year. Okay, you can get assistance from accounting businesses that are able to offer this. You can also drop me an email and find out more about who can I refer to. I've got people that I work with in that space to help you with that. Otherwise, these guys are the 10 most important documents that you need in order for you to be funding ready. Have this ready. And I always say that once you have this ready, when a funding opportunity comes, because most of the time, these funding opportunities will open now and close now. Open now and close now. So if you still have to do this whole... you're going to lose on this opportunity. So have these documents always ready and at hand so that you can just submit, and submit. Thank you so much for watching. That's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you know when I put out new videos. Until next time, stay absolutely blessed.